For 6 straight months, Aaliyah Cooper delivered breakfast to an elderly man each and every morning. Peanut butter sandwich, banana, hot coffee, thermos on the side. Always 6:15 sharp at the bus stop bench where he slept rough. She was 22, black, juggling 2 jobs just to hold on to her tiny place. He was 68, white, unhoused, spinning tales most folks dismissed as fantasy. Then one dawn, everything flipped. 3 officers in crisp dress blues rapped on her apartment door. A colonel stood tall and formal on the splintered step. Aaliyah answered, still wearing her hospital scrubs, bone-tired from doubles, pulse sinking fast. "Miss Cooper," the colonel said evenly, "we're here regarding George Fletcher." "George? The guy from the bus stop?" Her words trembled. "Is he okay? Did something happen?" The colonel's expression stayed solemn. "Ma'am, we need to discuss what you did for him." 6 months back, Aaliyah first spotted him. She rode the 47 bus daily at 6:30. The stop sat 3 blocks from her place, beside a shuttered laundromat. George bedded down there on flattened cardboard, wool blanket tugged to his chin, possessions crammed in a garbage sack nearby. Most passers-by glanced away. Plenty detoured to the other side. For 2 weeks, Aaliyah did too, convincing herself she had nothing spare. She could hardly cover her own life. Then, one late March morning, she'd made an extra sandwich for lunch, but knew the long shift at the hospital cafeteria till 3 p.m., followed by grocery stocking till midnight, meant it would spoil in her locker anyway. George was awake when she walked up. His gaze was keen, clearer than she'd guessed. He studied her the way someone does when they expect to be ignored or shooed off. "Excuse me," Aaliyah said, offering the wrapped sandwich. "I packed too much. Want it?" He eyed the food, then her face. For several beats, he stayed still. "You need that more than me," he murmured. "That's debatable," she answered, "but I'm sharing." He accepted it carefully with both hands, as though it carried weight. "Thank you, Miss Aaliyah." "George," he added with a single nod. "George Fletcher." She nearly turned and slipped back into ignoring him, back to her usual hurry, but the quiet dignity in his thanks, not begging, just grateful, made her hesitate. "Coffee, black or sugared?" she asked. His brows rose. "Black works." Next morning came coffee in a thermos plus a banana. The day after, another sandwich and an apple. Before the week ended, the habit felt unbreakable. Every 6:15, George waited, awake and ready. They chatted 5 or 10 minutes till her bus rolled in. He'd inquire about her nursing classes at community college, 2 evenings weekly whenever she could swing the fee. She'd ask about his day. He'd share odd tales. "Back in my chopper years," he'd say, staring into the distance, "we flew senators to spots that aren't even charted." Or, "Did time with a 3-letter outfit once. Won't name it, but they never forget a face." Aaliyah decided he was muddled, maybe illness, maybe loneliness weaving a grander history than cardboard reality. She never argued, she simply listened. Others showed less grace. One April morning, a suited businessman strode by and kicked George's blanket straight into the gutter. Aaliyah, 10 feet away, spun. "Hey!" Her tone cut sharp. "What's wrong with you?" The man didn't break stride. "He's blocking the walkway." "That's somebody's grandfather," she fired back. He kept going. George quietly retrieved the blanket from the filthy puddle, hands trembling. Cold or rage, she wasn't sure. She wrung it out with him. It reeked of mold and fumes. "You didn't need to step in," George said gently. "Yeah, I did." He studied her a long while, then offered a wistful, knowing smile. "You've got fight in you. That's valuable. You'll need it." She didn't grasp his meaning, not yet. She passed him the usual coffee and waited for her ride. By May, the pattern ran on autopilot. Alarm at 5, 2 sandwiches, 1 for George, 1 for her, banana packed, thermos filled, 3 blocks walk, 10 minutes beside him, catch the 6:30. It never felt like handouts. It felt like the one piece of her day that clicked. Aaliyah's studio perched on the 4th floor of a crumbling building. 300 square feet, hot plate for a stove, shower that worked only after a solid kick to the pipes. Rent hit $650. She stayed perpetually 2 weeks late. An eviction notice appeared in March. She negotiated extra $40 weekly till caught up. Every spare dollar went there, shoving other bills to the brink. Her counter held the proof: overdue electric, old debt in collections, student loan deferred yet again, phone teetering 1 month from cutoff. Amid the stack sat bread and peanut butter. Tuesday night in late May, she stood calculating. Payday brought $280 hospital plus $160 grocery, minus rent, minus payment plan, minus 2 weeks bus fare, $90 remained for life. Fridge revealed 3 eggs, half milk, wilted lettuce long past saving. Stomach empty since lunch, she'd grown used to waiting. Tomorrow or next day would do. What counted was enough bread and peanut butter for George's sandwiches, maybe 1 week, 2 if careful. She shut the door, rested her forehead on cool metal. She could quit, keep food for herself, save coffee cash, catch the electric before cutoff. George would get it. He'd likely urge her to stop if he knew. But picturing herself walking by, seeing him, not pausing, she couldn't. Next day at the cafeteria, Mrs. Carter noticed. The 60-something Chinese-American supervisor had 30 years' experience spotting struggle in every form. "Eating today?" she asked while Aaliyah cleaned tables mid-rush. "Ate breakfast," Aaliyah fibbed. "Uh-huh," arms folded. "Still feeding that homeless gentleman?" "His name's George." "I know his name, child. Question is, you feeding him instead of you?" "I'm okay." Mrs. Carter sighed, vanished, returned minutes later with leftover pasta and a roll. She pressed them into Aaliyah's palms. "Eat this. No fainting on my watch." Softer. "He's human, I understand, but guess what else?" "What?" "You're human, too." Aaliyah stared at the food, throat closing. "Thank you." "Don't thank. Eat." That night, on her mattress, bed frame sold months earlier for rent, she gazed upward, recalculating. Skip Thursday class, grab extra grocery shift, 40 more. Walk to work 3 days instead of riding, save 12. Beg landlord 1 extra week. Phone buzzed. Electric final warning. $127 or cut off in 7 days. Eyes closed. 1 more week for George. That's all she'd pledge. Then she'd stop, explain. He'd understand. Self-care first. Sensible. Friday dawned anyway. 2 sandwiches, coffee poured, 3 blocks walked. George waited as always. When he tore his sandwich and offered half back, fair is fair, she had to look away to hide tears. Monday morning, George vanished. Aaliyah stood with sandwich and thermos, scanning bare concrete. Cardboard gone, bag gone, even the damp patch erased. She waited past her bus, past the next, boarded the 3rd late for work, chest empty. Maybe he relocated. People did. Maybe trouble or cops moved him. Nothing sinister. She rechecked that evening. Nothing. Tuesday, empty. Wednesday, empty. Thursday, the worry tightened too much. She detoured 10 blocks to Mercy Street shelter after grocery shift, feet screaming. Intake woman scarcely glanced. Name: looking for George Fletcher, an elderly white gentleman, late 60s, usually by Clayton bus stop. We don't log folks who never check in. Please just search. Sigh, typing. Headshake. No record. Hospitals? Any way to check? Family? I'm a friend. No release then. Gentler. People drift. He likely found another corner. Happens. 3 hospital calls that night yielded nothing without relation or ID. The 7th day, she left a bagged lunch and note at his spot. Hope you're safe. A. Afternoon, he reappeared. She nearly rode past her stop from surprise. Same cardboard, same sack, thinner, face gaunter. She hopped off, jogged back. George. He looked up, recognition dawning slowly. Miss Aaliyah. She knelt, breathless. Where were you? I checked shelters, hospitals. Rough patch, hoarser voice. Better now. You don't look better. Still breathing, that's progress. Weak smile that stayed shallow. She spotted the new scar on his hand. Pink, precise, surgical. What happened there? Sleeve tugged down fast. Old injury flaring. I'm okay. Tone closed discussion. Silence settled. Then he fished a sealed envelope from his coat. White, worn, address scrawled shaky. If anything happens to me, quiet, mail this. What do you mean? Just promise. You're not going anywhere, George. Promise me. She accepted it, heavier than expected. I promise. He nodded, relief visible. Good. She burned to ask what lay inside. Why the absence? What the scar hid? Bus neared. George already leaned against brick, eyes shutting like talk drained him. Envelope went in her bag, unopened, for now. 2 weeks later, George collapsed. She passed the thermos. His hand jerked violently. Not age tremor, something fiercer. Thermos crashed, coffee pooling. George! Slurred attempt at words. Eyes rolled. Body buckled. Aaliyah caught him inches from pavement. 911! Somebody! Woman across street dialed. Jogger paused, then bolted. Bus riders stared. She eased him sideways, hands shaking, his breaths shallow and ragged, lips paling. Stay here, please stay. Sirens 7 minutes later felt eternal. She climbed in uninvited. Family? Paramedic asked. I'm all he's got. No pushback. Hospital blurred, fast yet endless. George wheeled through ER doors. Nurse steered Aaliyah to bolted green seats, buzzing lights, muted TV news. She clutched the empty thermos. Cafeteria shift 20 minutes late. Texted Mrs. Carter. Emergency. Sorry, can't come. Reply instant. You okay? George collapsed at St. Vincent's. I'll cover. Update me. Eyes closed, fighting tears. Hours crept. Nurse called her name. Aaliyah leapt. Intake desk, tired woman, R. Williams. Here for George Fletcher? Yes. Is he okay? Stable. Bad dehydration, maybe stroke. Testing now. Click, click. Issue though. No insurance, no ID, no contact. County transfer. Stomach plunged. Meaning? Care continues, just not here. County has room. County general terrified her. Horror stories of endless waits. He's a veteran. Check VA. Proof? No, but can't without docs. VA card, discharge. Aaliyah's thoughts flew to the envelope at home, to his wild tales she doubted. What if real? I'm his niece. Brows lifted. Niece? Yes. No paperwork? He's homeless, doesn't carry files. Leaned in. He served. He has benefits. Please run it. Skeptical stare. Then a doctor, South Asian, mid-40s, spoke. Run it, Rachel. Courtesy. Dr. Patel met Aaliyah's eyes. Match keeps him. No match, county. Fair. Typing. Endless 30 seconds. Beep. Rachel's face shifted, jaw set. Match. George Allen Fletcher, 1957, honorable discharge 2001. Scrolling. Record mostly redacted, almost all blacked out. Patel peered. Classified service, Rachel murmured, regarding Aaliyah anew. What exactly did your uncle do? Aaliyah swallowed. He didn't say much. True-ish. He'd said plenty. She hadn't trusted it. Patel stood straight. Ward C transfer. I'll authorize VA billing. Sure? Rachel asked. With that record, they won't fight. To Aaliyah, see him in an hour. He'll need visitors. Every day, she promised. She waited, then entered. George semi-alert, IV dripping, monitors beeping, smaller under white sheets. Hey. Soft. Chair pulled close. Eyes opened. Faint smile. You didn't have to. Yeah, I did. Weak grip found her hand. That fight in you? Good. She stayed past visiting hours, past grocery shift. Nurse finally urged her home. Rest for him, return morning. Leaving, she passed the cafeteria. Mrs. Carter still cleaning. Eyes met through glass. Simple nods. Bus ride home, she replayed Rachel's changed look, redacted pages, sealed envelope. For the first time, she wondered if George's tales held truth. 3 weeks later, George moved to VA long-term care across town. 2 buses, 15-minute walk. Visits twice weekly, 3 when possible. Place cleaner than expected. Decent bed, window, real meals, meds, blankets. He strengthened, mind sharper. Early July visit, he sat propped, notebook open, writing deliberately. What's that? Memory fading, plain. Writing what's real, what matters. Closed it, extended. Yours now. Pocket-sized, leather-worn. Pages held names, dates, places, cryptic numbers, some neat, some rushed. If anyone asks, George said, you'll know truth. She tucked it beside the envelope. Puzzle pieces, picture still hidden. Life eased slightly, hospital raise, 20 cents hourly, but progress. Rent caught up, electric plan set. First full check bought George a thick navy blue fleece blanket. He stared, eyes glistening. Nobody's done this much for me in 20 years. She spread it over him. Should have happened sooner. He held her hand long, wordless. Some moments needed none. Late August Tuesday, the facility phoned at 6 a.m. She stood making coffee. Miss Cooper, Pine Valley, VA. About George Fletcher. Hand froze. He passed peacefully overnight. Heart failure. So sorry. Words hung unreal. Miss Cooper? Yes, I'm here. Come handle effects. Not much. Blanket, notebook, clothes. Discuss remains, too. No family listed. I'll be there in an hour. Coffee pot set down. Sat on the floor. No tears. Grief too vast. Called out sick. Bus across town. Plastic bag handed over. Blue blanket, shirts, shoes, notebook, small envelope addressed to her in his hand. Hallway opening. Young George in dress uniform, medals gleaming, flanked by suited men. One recognizable senator recently retired, the other radiating authority. Back read 3 words, shaky. Remember the girl. Hands shook. Home. Mattress. She retrieved the sealed envelope. Inside, letter on lined paper. Photo duplicate. To whoever, likely General Victoria Ashford if address holds. I'm gone. Little to leave. No kin, no cash. But one person mattered. Aaliyah Cooper. 6 months she brought breakfast daily. Not duty, not show. She saw me when the world didn't. The system erased me 20 years back. I accepted it. She refused. Country took my service, then misplaced me. This struggling, kind girl restored my dignity when I had 0. She deserves more than I got. Remember her as she remembered me. George Fletcher, GS 14, retired. Read thrice, heavier each pass. Address, General Victoria Ashford, Pentagon, Inspector General. George hadn't fabricated. Truth all along. Next morning, post office, 20-minute line. Envelope clutched. Counter reached, nearly backed out. Promise kept. Sending this. $5.60, crumpled bills. Watched it stamped, tossed among hundreds. Vanished. Outdoors, emptiness. Letter likely unread, uncared for. Another lost veteran. Filed away, done. Friday memorial at facility. Her, chaplain, 1 nurse. No guard, no flag. Generic words on duty, barely registered. After, bus stop. New sleeper there, young. Sign, hungry, anything helps. Long stare at George's old spot. Then home. 2 weeks routine, work, classes, bare apartment. Letter ignored, hope buried. Mid-September, dawn knock. 6 a.m., late already. Uniform half on, instant coffee gulped. Firm raps. Door opened. 3 dress uniforms. Colonel, 2 lieutenants. Brass gleamed. Aaliyah Cooper? Heart pounded. Yes. Colonel Hayes, Officers Martinez, Carter. Regarding George Fletcher. World tilted. General Ashford received his letter, Hayes said. She wants to meet you. First flight ever. Hayes arranged local to Reagan National, waiting car, Arlington Hotel. Small, clean, luxurious by her standards. General sees you 900 tomorrow, Pentagon E-ring. Will escort security. Monuments blurred past. Surreal. Overwhelming. Why me? Quiet. Her story, Miss Cooper, not mine. Sleepless hotel night. Softest bed ever. Ceiling stare. George thoughts. What trap? Mailing mistake? Morning pickup. Pentagon. 20-minute security. Detectors. Badge on borrowed blazer and pants from Mrs. Carter. Too long. Costume feeling. Corridors endless. Flags, uniforms, brisk purpose. Inspector General door. Knock. Come. Smaller office than imagined. Desk, shelves, flags. 4-star General Rose. Victoria Ashford, early 60s. Silver hair tight, eyes assessing instantly. Miss Cooper. Handshake firm. Thank you for coming. Sit. Aaliyah sat. Hayes stood doorside. Ashford opened file. George's name visible. Letter arrived 3 weeks ago, Ashford said. First solid sign in 15 years he lived, then confirmation he passed. Throat tight. Didn't know what else. Right choice. Leaned in. George Fletcher ranked among our finest intelligence officers. Classified flights, Desert Storm, Kosovo, missions still off books. Tapped file. Retired 2001, earned full benefits. Instead, vanished into the cracks. How? PTSD. Filing error, lost records 2 years. Rediscovered too late. He disappeared. VA marked missing. No chase. We failed. He told stories, helicopters, senators, missions. I thought confusion. Not confusion. Photo slid out. 1998. Senator Kirkland left, Deputy Monroe right. George pulled them from Balkan collapse, saved lives. Looked straight. Saved many. Then forgotten. Chest heavier. Running IG audit, VA handling classified vets. George, worst case found. Not lone. Dozens, perhaps hundreds lost. Why tell me? Letter wasn't self-focused. It spotlighted you. Eyes locked. He asked we remember your actions. I intend to honor that. I only brought breakfast. Precisely. You saw someone erased, gave dignity system denied. That counts deeply, Miss Cooper. No words came. I want correction, Ashford continued. Memorial fund in his name. VA tracking overhaul for classified vets. And your testimony, Senate Armed Services Committee. Describe what happened. Testify? What you shared. System failure appearance. Lived experience. I'm nobody. Who'd listen? Expression turned fierce. Rank grants authority. Character grants worth. Pause. They'll listen. You acted rightly. No spotlight, no gain, simply because right. Will you? George's scrawl. Remember the girl. Shaky inhale. Yes. 3 prep weeks. Ashford's team swarmed. Lawyers, comms, policy, Pentagon Annex Office, hearing walkthroughs, witness table, senators question, some ally, some grill. Calm. Stay true. My story, Aaliyah echoed. What I did, failure, why care? Days showed trimming desired. Poverty downplay, young comms director advised. Blazer expensive. Patriotism, service, positive focus. Poverty isn't positive? Can polarize. Some senators read politics. It's fact, not politics. Tight smile. Clean message. Aaliyah turned to silent Ashford. Your view? If we strip who you are, we strip letters point. To team, truth or performance? Director quieted. Yes, ma'am. October 12 hearing. Sleepless night. Testimony reread till numb. Mrs. Carter call. Nervous? Terrified. Means heart in it. Tell what happened. Truth stands. Senators argue anything. Let them. You stay right. Morning, suit, navy, perfect fit, foreign feel. Mirror, stranger. Haze to Capitol. Side door, press dodged. Committee room vast. Tiered seats, cameras, press benches, senators arriving casual. Aaliyah witness table, hands pressed wood to still shake. Ashford first. Chairman, members, George Fletcher served 23 years distinction. Combat Desert Storm, diplomat evac Kosovo, high-value transport classified ops. Pause. Retired, misplaced, not battle, paperwork. Bureaucracy failed classified track vets. File open. Missing realized he lived street, bus stop, forgotten. Senator Drummond, DMA, vet advocate. Cases like this? 47 confirmed, likely more. Murmurs. Aaliyah's turn. Legs liquid. Sat. Mic adjusted. Eyes everywhere. Drummond. Miss Cooper, thanks. Your connection to Mr. Fletcher? Throat dry. Testimony pushed aside. Not needed. Met March. Slept bus stop I used daily. Started breakfast. Sandwich, coffee, simple. Voice steadied. Didn't know veteran. Stories, choppers, missions. I thought confusion, illness. Didn't believe. Pause. Brought food anyway. Truth of tales didn't change he was human. How long? 6 months, every day. Why? No one else did. Grandfather, friend, somebody who mattered, even forgotten. Senator Gaines, RTX, older, doubtful. Admirable, but policy here. VA stretched. Suggest taxpayers fund every homeless? Quiet fell. Aaliyah met gaze. Fear shifted. Anger, clarity. Not every homeless. George Fletcher flew senators safe, risked life for us. Promise made, sending him in danger. Leaned. I kept mine, a sandwich. Yours buried him paperwork. Silence absolute. Gaines' mouth opened, shut. Reporter scribbled. Drummond. System fixable? Must be. Caring only after power revealed, medals found, already failed. Voice wavered. George hero, not record. Hero, dignity kept when world erased. Deserved better. They all do. Need proof vets worth care? What am I doing here? Stillness. Ashford rose. Chairman? Nod. Immediately, IG Task Force, classified vets, 5 million George Fletcher Memorial Fund, emergency aid, case help. To Aaliyah, appointing Miss Cooper Community Liaison, grant oversight, outreach. Eyes wide. What? Ashford's small smile. She knows accountability. Hearing dragged. Implementation, budget, Aaliyah half heard. Hallway swarm. Cameras, mics, shouts. Policy change feel. Full-time VA? Message vets? Hayes and officers parted the crowd. One voice. Famous now? Stopped, turned. Don't want famous. Want George remembered. Clip aired everywhere. 6 months on, changed yet same. Same studio, same bus. Now VA hospital nurse aide 3 days, certification done. Other days George Fletcher Fund. Fund swelled. DOB 5 million, viral testimony added 2 private. First grants 10 groups, homeless vet outreach, PTSD centers, VA navigation legal aid. Small office, second round 43 applications. Couldn't fund all, funded max. Phone buzz. Ashford, grant picks solid. Coffee soon? Smile. Reply, yes, sandwiches on me. Unlikely friendship grew. Ashford lost Marine brother Iraq 2004. New system failure cost. Afternoon rounds. A young woman waited alone. Early 20s, army jacket oversized, arms tight, floor stare. 2 coffees. Sat. Black or with hope? Startled look, faint smile. Sugar. Handed cup. Aaliyah, work here. Sarah, benefits mess. More forms, come back. Branch? Army medic, out last year. Saw self in the tired eyes, George in dignity grip amid the grind. Come, office, George notebook out, names, numbers, VA hacks. Fixing now. Tears. Why help? Thought first bus stop morning. Somebody showed me. Small acts aren't small. Week later, Arlington National. George reinterred full honors. Headstone. George Allen Fletcher, Intelligence Officer, U.S. Army, 1957-2025. Kneeled, placed peanut butter sandwich wax-wrapped. Promise kept, whisper. Autumn breeze, lingered, remembering. 1 year post-death, the fund aided 2,000+ vets. Aaliyah VA nurse and director. Better apartment, working heat, real stove. Saving first time. Still 5:30 wake, same coffee, same bus, though not necessary. Tuesday, bus stop, young mentee girl, 16, fund program, brown bag handed, girl peeked, sandwich, banana, water. Someone taught me, quiet, small things aren't small. Nod, partial understanding, would come. Bus arrived, boarded together. Rolling away, Aaliyah glanced empty sidewalk George slept. Momentary vision, him smiling, invisible hat tip. Corner turned, gone. Lesson stayed. Kindness needs no crowd. Fairness seeks no approval. Opportunity begins seeing who the world erases. George Fletcher Memorial Fund served 2,000+ vets first year. Aaliyah Kuakoper-Neen's VA nurse and director. 2026 Congress passed Fletcher Act, VA tracking mandate for classified service vets. What kindness will you pick today? Someone nearby waits to be noticed. Comment your choice. Like, subscribe if moved. Engagement spreads meaningful stories. Black Voices Uncut keeps pain raw, message strong. Truth earns no dilution. Story hit home? Like, comment, subscribe. Next Uncut Voice awaits.